Hey Libra, it is Suzanne with Sunny Forest Tarot. Welcome back. I'm doing your reading for February 18th through the 25th. I have pre-shuffled both decks. Today I'm going to be using the Tarot de la Nuit, and this deck is by Alexandra Bach and Carolyn Ann Ekenazi. I think I'm saying that wrong, but oh well. All right, well, I hope you've had a great week, and let's get started. All right. See what we have for Libra for February 18th through the 25th. I did do a collective reading as well, so you can see how your reading ties into the collective if you'd like. Just one more. All right, let's see what is going on and happening for Libra for this week. All right, we have the Eight of Wands. Somebody might be communicating with you, or you might be communicating with them. We have the Six of Pentacles. This communication is about something that is there's a level of generosity to this. So we have earth and fire here. Ooh. We have the Emperor. So this is definitely a masculine energy. A masculine energy could be communicating to you with some speediness. It could be a text, it could be an email, it could be a phone call, it could be somebody that shows up at your doorstep. Okay, but this is fast communication. Isn't he a pretty emperor? I like that card. Okay, and then we have the Ace of Swords. So somebody is very clear about what they want as far as a new beginning. Maybe somebody had some type of an epiphany. And we have the Three of Wands, more fire energy here. All right, so this card can be around power and intention. Somebody is, and it could be, you know, within this Emperor, they know their power and intention through this communication towards you, potentially the Six of Pentacles. You might have already given a lot to this person, and they know it. They might have held on to it. They might have held on to, they might have been a little bit of a taker. I feel like this is a more generous energy down here, the giver and the taker. But I feel like the energy is shifting, and this person is going to be opening up and giving you some information and communication about perhaps a new beginning with you. Strength. You as the giver in the past, that has actually really fueled you. That has really given you a lot of strength in this relationship. You know, a lot of times the people that really focus on what they're getting really feel a sense of lack. Where I don't feel like you in this energy feel a sense of lack at all. I feel like you know what you have to offer. You have given a lot already. And this has ultimately given you strength. I feel like you know, at some point you had an epiphany about this relationship and where you wanted it to go. I feel you were able to speak that to this Emperor energy. And they took it in, but really didn't give you the communication or the validation that they felt the same way at that point. They took it in, it built up their ego. Okay, it fed their ego. Everything that you were doing in this generous energy fed their ego. But ultimately, they didn't feel the sense of gratification that they thought they would feel from that. And I think the awareness around the power and intention is more around you. They know your power and your strength, and they know that your intentions were completely true. I feel like whatever communication comes in from this Emperor or masculine energy, this communication is probably going to be written, and it's probably going to be not the full extent of what of what you may be expecting to hear. I feel like it's going to be a little breadcrumbing to begin with. You know, a quick, hey, how are you text to see what you'll do. I don't feel like you guys are currently communicating right now. I feel like this Emperor is probably going to communicate, but he likes feeling that egoish power, authority over this situation. He likes feeling in control. So he's not going to give up too much in the communication so that he feels like he's given up, you know, that perceived control or having the upper hand. He feels like he has the upper hand right now, and he really wants to stay in that energy. So his ego is still winning here a little bit. All right? Because we don't have any cups on the board, so you know, there's a lot of action, fire energy, and thoughts. So he's going to take quick action here, but he's not sacrificing what he feels is his upper hand. But he does recognize and understand the generous nature of you. And he recognizes the strength that you hold by your generosity. All right, I'm going to clarify the Eight of Wands. Let's see. Eight of Wands for Libra. Can we get some clarification? Ace of Pentacles. Okay, So the Ace of Pentacles means that the seeds that you have planted in the past, you know, the generosity that you have given, the, you know, the compliments that you've given this person, the way that you've built them up, you know, the little things that you've done for them, they're missing that right now. But those seeds have been planted in this Emperor. They are missing you. They are missing that support. You were a much bigger support than you can even imagine. And it makes them nervous to communicate, you know, even in a small way, because they know how much strength and how much power you have over them. This can also mean a new sexual encounter. So that can absolutely be something that's on his mind as well. So look out for that in this quick communication. I don't know if this is somebody that you've, you know, been with in the past, but this could definitely mean that that is coming your way too. So let's see what the romance angels have to say for you, Libra, about this. I love this energy down here. I think that's exactly, that shows such spiritual growth, such spiritual strength. This to me is just beautiful. And you know what? And there's nothing specifically wrong with this up here. It's just that this person might be, you know, a little bit more, they're just not quite as evolved in their spiritual growth, because the ego is ruling this person still, okay? It doesn't mean that that's how it's always going to be. And the more time they spend with you, the less they will be like that. Where they can drop their ego and be vulnerable. All right. Look at that. Make the effort. Yeah, make the effort to make themselves vulnerable and speak from their heart. This is going to be a piddly communication possibly, but realize that, you know, even if it does come in as a very small type of communication, realize it still took them a lot to do it, okay? And that is still an expression of making the effort and, you know, showing a small amount of vulnerability. So don't discount it. There's more behind it than meets the eye. All right, and for you, we have finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. You know, I think that this is just about the fact that, you know, you have put what you've needed out there to this person, and you're just on your merry way with what you're focused on. I don't think there's any huge significance to this. I think it's just you doing what you're doing right now. You know, if relationship isn't a huge external focus right now, what usually takes up the most of our time, you know, our work. All right, so, you know, I think that makes sense. I think that this is about this emperor making the effort, making themselves vulnerable, which I think they will in a small way, and it may be sexually focused, but know that that did put them in what they perceived as a vulnerable position. So don't discount it. All right, Libra, that is what I have for you. And in the collective reading that I did, so there's one additional reading this week. I explained the Valentine's Day. I didn't post Valentine's Day readings you know, if you're interested in that, you can listen to that. But there was a reason. And so that's it. So I will talk to you next week. Thanks so much for the likes and shares and, you know, and all the very lovely comments. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you next time or talk to you next time. All right. Thanks, Libra. Bye.